Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so rocking to be back with you. Well, I'm still down here at Bob's house. And y'all been saying, we want to see Mom. Every time I'm filming a video, she seems to be out or doing something. Right now, she's in taking a bath. So I got to get this video out. But we'll have her in the next few days. So don't worry, you'll get to see Mom. But thank you to all you've been asking. You know, while I'm down here, we may change up our video format just a little bit. Now, today is Saturday, and normally we have our spiritualist class and our seance. I want to change it up today just to do a little different format, just for today. Next week, we'll get back to normal. But so we're not going to do the class or the seance today, but I wanted to spend a few minutes with you just to talk about some psychic things that are going on. A lot of you have been writing to me and saying, Psychic Bob, is there a war coming? Okay, I'm getting a lot of letters, and people are saying, is there going to be a war with Iran? I have to tell you, at this time, I do not see a war with Iran. I believe tensions are escalating, but I don't see it tipping over into war. So I just want to put down everybody's fear. So many have been writing me saying, Bob, I'm scared. There's a war coming. I don't know what to do. And I want to tell you, don't be afraid, okay? We're all going to be okay. All right, so that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. Also, I've been getting questions about the 2020 election. People are like, who's going to be running? Who's going to be president? I will talk about that later, but right now I'm going to stay silent. The reason is that YouTube is getting very political, and that may actually be forbidden topic right now. So I'm not gonna comment on that right now. So just remember, in the future, as I judge the temperature of political activity at YouTube, we'll revisit that. But don't worry, we are not headed for any major disasters in the United States, at least on the political scene. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about was a mystical dream that I had last night. Sometimes I get dreams and they're prophetic. I hope this is not a prophetic dream, but I did want to bring it to you, especially for those of you who live in the United Kingdom. I have a lot of viewers in the UK, and I'm going to tell you all about my dream that I had. And don't panic. I don't think it's literal. I hope it's not. But it is mystical, and I think we need to study it, okay? And let's all think about this. So here's my dream, okay? So in my dream last night, I was asleep. I had this dream that I was sitting and watching television, similar to like what you see behind me here, big TV. And they were showing an event. They were covering an event out of the UK at Windsor Castle. The royal family had gathered at Windsor Castle. And on this news story, now remember, this is a dream, this was not on the news, but in this dream, there was a major earthquake outside of London, and there was major devastation to Windsor Castle. In the news report that I saw, Windsor Castle had sustained damage. They actually had films from inside the castle, and you could see like bricks falling and ceiling tiles and different things. And in my dream, it said that Prince Charles was injured. They said Prince Charles was rushed to hospital. Supposedly it was a severe injury. According to my dream, the Queen was okay and come through it all right. But it was a very vivid dream. I mean, I saw it in great detail. And according to what the news in the dream, remember it's a dream, said, was that the major earthquake struck outside of London and affected Windsor and all surrounding areas from London to the outskirts. And I have to tell you, every time I've had a dream about an earthquake, it's happened. You all may remember a few years ago here in Washington, D.C. area, we had a major earthquake. Well, I have people who can testify to this, that the night before I had a dream that Washington had an earthquake. And I remember going into my office that morning, and I told my assistant, I said, her name was Kendra, I said, Kendra, I had the strangest dream there was an earthquake. And she said, oh, that's so crazy. We never have earthquakes in D.C. Well, that day, an earthquake struck. And just like in my dream, our whole building, in my dream, I was at my office, and the whole building started shaking and collapsing, and everybody was screaming. Well, when I went through that earthquake, it was literally like my dream. People were screaming, the building was shaking, everything was falling. It was pretty scary. So, I tend to take these dreams rather seriously, and I hope, I don't always want to be right as a psychic. I hope I'm wrong about this, but I want to just give a heads up to those of you, especially near London and the UK or Windsor. My dream showed a major earthquake striking the UK. Now, usually when I have these dreams, they happen within a week. So let's watch this next week. I'll tell you as a psychic, I'm not getting a clear premonition that there's going to be an earthquake in London, but that dream was very vivid, and that's all I can say about it. But very, very interesting. If you were to ask me today, if somebody came up and said, is there going to be any earthquake in London or in UK? Before that dream, I said, no, I don't perceive it, and I still don't actually perceive that. So I'm hoping this was a dream, but I've learned to pay attention to my dreams. And that's one of the things I want to talk about with you guys today is that, some of you write to me and you say, Psychic Bob, I had this dream. Is it a prophecy? Well, dreams are really tricky because sometimes they are prophecy and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're symbolic. Like, for example, in my dream, seeing Windsor Castle damaged and Prince Charles injured. Maybe that's not a literal injury to Prince Charles. Maybe it's not a literal earthquake, but maybe it's symbolic, meaning that something is going to happen in the House of Windsor to shake it to its foundations. Maybe the royal family will have some type of personal crisis. It may not be an earthquake, but something that literally rocks them to their foundation. In my dream, it did say the Queen did not die. They said the Queen survived the earthquake. So I don't think it's a prophecy about the Queen's death, but it could have some implication, if it's symbolic rather than literal, that something could happen to Prince Charles or that he may remove himself from the line of succession. Because the news was talking about Prince William, his son, and it said Prince William is monitoring the situation, is what I heard. So maybe there's going to be a change in the House of Windsor coming. You see, and this is why I say, when we get dreams, we should listen to them, write them down. In fact, I got to make a journal entry today on this. But I wanted to come and share it with you because I do get a lot of questions about dreams. And people say, Psychic Bob, what do I do with this? Well, with a dream, the best thing you can do is, first of all, don't panic. Remember, dreams can be not always literal. As I said, they can be symbolic. So Windsor Castle collapsing in an earthquake might simply be symbolic of trouble in the royal family. So I'm going to write it down and then write your thoughts about what it could be or might not be and just save it. Because as you keep your dream journals, you're going to start to realize how your dream messages come. Now, in my case, I have to be, I just say, I'm not trying to create panic here. But every time I have an earthquake dream, it is literal. I also had one last year. You guys may remember I made a prediction in one of my annual prediction videos about an earthquake hitting in Mexico City in March. I said it in my annual predictions. I release every year on New Year's. And I said, there's going to be a major earthquake come the springtime in Mexico City, and I see a lot of devastation. Well, that actually happened right after that prediction. And that prediction came because I had a dream about it. So every time I have an earthquake dream, it seems to happen. So let's pray that I'm wrong. People of Britain, I love you. I don't wish any bad on you. Britain is my second home, and I may move back there eventually. But I have to bring this to you. And I think that it's important because it is, I feel, could be prophetic, maybe, or maybe not. But it felt prophetic to me. And so many of you have asked me about dreams and dream interpretation. And, dreams, as I said, everybody has their own unique dream language. And the only way you'll understand your dream language is to keep a written record. So if you write every day what your dreams are, you'll start to see those patterns, you'll start to understand it, and it'll make sense to you. Anyways, I hope that gives you a little something to think about today. By the way, how do you like my outfit I'm wearing? This is a shirt from India that I bought a few years ago. It's the lightest, softest cotton, and I love it. And I'm wearing it again with my brown agate pendant. As I've told y'all in yesterday's video, brown agate is a traditional witch stone of protection. And since I've been dreaming about earthquakes, I thought, I don't want to take any chances. I'm going to put on my magic gem. So Psychic Bob's being safe today. But, I love brown agates. Aside from their magical properties, I love them. They feel very earthy and grounding to me. So this upcoming Wednesday, for Wiccan Wednesday, we're going to go into real detail about the brown agate. I'm going to teach you some magic spells that you can do using the brown agate and how to bring that into your life. So make sure to be here at Spirit Channel on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. Okay, it's Saturday, so this upcoming Wednesday. All right. Now, another thing I want to touch in on here is today, make sure to pop over to my website at PsychicBob.com. That link will be in the info box below. You can now get this picture. This is my latest artwork. Every week I'm posting on my website an artwork. This is the last day that you will get this. It is a free download. There are instructions on my website how to capture this and save it. And then you can print it out. I'd suggest print it at full page, and it prints on 8.5 by 11. You can buy a document frame, 8.5 by 11, at least in the United States, that's what it is, and frame it. And you have a wonderful artwork. A lot of you have read and said how much you're enjoying having a little artwork to add to your collection, decorate your home. And some of you have even given it as gifts to people. Now this was posted last Sunday, and it's only going to be up today. As I said, Saturday is our last day. Tomorrow on Sunday, we're going to post a new artwork, and I'm going to show that to you in tomorrow's video. So get this. Today's the last day you can get it, and this one is called Biomorphic Convergence. So if you enjoy my artworks, you can have a free Psychic Bob artwork. Now, as I said, these are limited editions because they're only going to be up a week, and after that, you won't be able to get them. You'll have one of my limited edition lithographs. So definitely get it, okay? Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for understanding that I'm changing up the format a little bit this week. While I'm at Mom's, I just want to have a little bit of a break and do some different things, but I still want to be here with you. But I may change up some of the way we do things, but I'm just glad you're here. And it's kind of nice now and then to change up our schedule, isn't it? I think you guys like that and understand it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to keep this short, but thank you for being here. Listen, help Psychic Bob out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. Make sure to hit the bell icon. And if you're subscribed, check it to make sure you're getting updates, okay? Because I don't want you to miss anything. Here at Spirit Channel, I put out a video every single day, pretty much. Once in a while, I'll take a day off, but pretty much 7 days a week, okay? Now, tomorrow is Sunday, and that means we're going to have the Witching Hour. Be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, live for a live broadcast. We're going to talk more about the OPC play that is coming up. We're going to show the newest artwork that I'm releasing. It'll be on my website by tomorrow. And we'll be taking all your questions about Wicca and witchy things. So we have a great time every Sunday. It's a live interaction with live chat. And so you guys can be there and interact with us live. It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. London time over in the UK, 2 a.m. Paris time in Eastern Europe. So wherever you are, I hope that you'll find time to join us also for tomorrow. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, go check it out. It's in the queue right before this one, and it's the summer solstice. And I taught you how to make a magical solar charm for the solstice. And if you say, oh, well, Bob, I missed the solstice, don't worry. We're in solstice season. We're in the solstice season from now to August 31st. See, the Sabbath isn't really just a day, it's a season. So we're in solstice season now. So anyways, go get your charm. In yesterday's video, I show you how to make one. Watch that. And, maybe in the box below, tell me if you, made a charm yesterday. I want to hear. And tell me what you did for the solstice. And tell me what you think about my dream prophecy. So put some comments down there below. Let's have a discussion. You guys are best. Thank you for being here. I love you. Listen, we'll be back here tomorrow for the Witching Hour. Until then, may all of you always blessed be.